please.
I've already gone live. Hello, everybody.
I'm
Welcome
begging
to
you,
the stream.
please.
Hello.
Aw.
Welcome to Space Dice, ladies and gentlemen. We
Can I-
are back at
can I
again
say
with
it? I
the
thought we were
next
live.
episode. So sorry for the delay. That was Ink's fault.
What the fuck?
Shut up! Shut up!
So, what happened last time? Well, I'll tell you right now. Last time we were at Skyfall Academy, which we've already established was Tila Pond's old school. Technically, she's still a squire there. However, she is in one of her later years, and the assignment that she's been on is actually a part of one of her classes. Now, from what we know, I believe Zanar tried to scam, well, quote unquote scam a lot of the students here, which, as you do, William likes Zanar, like Zanar's cool to William. He thinks he's the greatest guy there was. They're bros now. And it's like that's what that a plus on charisma will get him, and of course. We've met Toxicant, but starting off with Skyora. Skyora was in a place known as the garden, the meditation garden. And in this meditation garden,
heaven.
Sound is dampened. Atlas, just to clarify, would you like to say that you went to this garden with her, or is it like you went somewhere else during this time? What did you decide to do? She's already tended to your wounds a little bit.
I don't even remember what happened last time.
You fought Charlie.
So I'm...
Remember? You fought.
You
Charlie.
weren't even here last time.
And then I was healed, right?
You were healed.
Yeah, I healed you.
All right,
I
I
did
was
take
healed.
that out to
All
you.
right, excellent, perfect.
I did DM that to you,
Okay. Okay.
and then you were healed more.
Yes. so then yes, you're correct, sir. He does follow Skyora into the Garden of Meditation.
Awesome.
Oh.
Okay, I just gotta ask:
Tila's
Are
favorite
you?
place.
I have to ask: Are you sick right now, or are you just deepening your voice on purpose? I'm just clarifying this.
All right, let me just ask you this: Can pigs fly?
No,
What?
pigs die.
Damn, he got you
Hold
there.
on.
He got you there.
What?
I would not go like that.
Answer the question: Can pigs die? Wait, what? Can pigs
Fucking
fly?
what?
Wait, no,
Hold
wait.
on.
Fuck.
Okay, I
Fuck.
think. Okay.
Of course, pigs
Fuck.
can die.
Okay.
Fuck.
Hold on. Now I'm even more confused. I'm gonna go with can pigs fly? No, they cannot fly.
No,
So I'm assuming
not
no, you are not sick.
Damn.
Okay, so you just
I'm not
you just went through puberty a second time.
Can
Cool.
die,
Well,
they can't
Pigs
fly,
can die.
but they can fly.
I'm going to blow up.
I love that-
In
I-
the garden.
I love that that's on stream. So you have gone into the garden, Atlas,
Sorry.
with Skyora.
I will
And-
use overdrive for the first time in 7 years.
Wow.
Atlas, you are in.
Chinese
Atlas, could you roll me a perception real quick? Skyora is in like in
I
a
will roll
meditative
a
stance right
perception
now.
check. Do not
And so
worry,
she's
good
she's
sir.
got like her eyes closed. She's doing meditation. She seems a little bit bothered by whatever's kind of just a little bit, but like you've seen her meditate before. But yeah, roll me
Okay.
perception,
Okay,
Atlas.
I got you. That is an 18.
An 18.
Wow.
So,
Uh,
Atlas, you out of the corner of your eye will notice something glinting, a little sparkling thing. Would you like to look at it?
Yes. Atlas would like to look at it.
At the
Tiny
edge of the garden, you will see a something seems to be glittering in one of the bushes in this garden. There's a couple other students doing their own meditation, but there seems to be a bush that's glittering.
Okay. So Atlas would get up and go towards this bush.
Okay, you go to the bush, and you see this bush.
Wait, is this the bush I think this bush is?
Could you roll me a dexterity real quick, Atlas?
A
Yes,
dexterity? Gladly.
yes, it is George Bush.
No, I'm talking about the bush that haunts
An 8.
Corbin.
An 8.
Astonishing.
An 8.
Dexterity. Let me look at it.
Okay.
Give me a second. +4. 8 plus 4.
Okay, 12. All right. Okay, that's much better. All right. So you look at this bush, and you can't help but it feels. How do I put it? It doesn't feel familiar, but something is off about the bush to you, and you don't see the glinting effect anymore. Like as you got closer, it just kind of went away. But this bush just looks kind of. I don't know, something about it.
Like I've seen it before.
Kind of, maybe. It's not. It's there's something just off about the bush. Like, have you ever been like in a video game and you're playing a game and you see something that like just doesn't fit the environment? Like it looks like it's something else.
Okay. All right. Well, Atlas would like to touch this bush. You know?
You touch the bush. And
All right.
you touch the bush. Nothing strange seems to happen. But then you blink. When you open your eyes, you're still the bush is right.
Oh,
The bush
shit.
it's still the same bush. It's still the same bush right in there in front of you.
Oh, shit.
But you're in a different section of the school.
Huh. What? What the? What? Yo, what was in that water?
The bush
Okay.
is still there.
But I'm in a completely different section of the school?
Yes, the bush is still there.
Okay.
And yeah, you're in a different section of the school.
Alice just looks around like, Skyora? What the? This is not the garden anymore.
As you're there, you
What
suddenly
section of the school am I in?
you're just in one of the hallways. It's like this bush is just like a plant life in the middle of like a school hallway kind of thing, like on to the side corner of the corner. If you look at the bush again, you will notice that one of the leaves is black, completely blackened.
Can I investigate this leaf?
Sure thing. Roll me an investigation check.
Alrighty. That's a 20. Outstanding. Oh,
I would have eaten it.
my investigation is minus
If you
5. Oh.
if you rolled a nat 20, you're this perfect. You look at this leaf. You notice the
it's
leaf is
perfect.
black, but slowly the stem of the leaf is beginning to blacken, and it blackens along in a line. Not like the whole plant doesn't begin to blacken or anything like that, but one singular like line along the branch of like a limb goes to the center of the plant, like down to the root, and then it comes back up to a different leaf, and that one completely blackens as well.
Okay, that is weird. What's okay, well I guess Atlas would leave the plant alone for now, and he just mostly want to investigate the area that he's, or at least try to find his way.
Find his
Back?
way back. Roll me just a d20.
He's not in. All right, that is an 18.
18. I will go ahead and say that you managed to find your way back. Like you were in the section earlier, and it's a school. It shouldn't be that confusing where the courtyard is. Plus, the courtyard's pretty big. Do you want to go back to the garden where Skyora is?
Yes, he does run over where the garden is.
The bush is gone when you get to the garden.
Okay, that is definitely surprising. I know you're meditating right now, but can you please just look at me for just 1 second?
Skyra. So at this time, you try. 1 second. Wait for it. Wait. There it is. So,
Bless you.
Bless you.
Salute.
thank you.
Bless your
Skyra
child.
sneezes.
I had a small sneeze and then I had a big sneeze. I might wait. Another one's. Another one's coming. Wait for it.
Bless you.
And
Bless you.
there it is. Okay,
Salute.
so you try to jostle Skyra. She is very deep in her meditation. You can actually see she doesn't have lips, but she looks like she's talking to somebody a little bit. But she's not making any noise as far as you can tell.
Yeah, Atlas probably just like gives up trying to get her attention. He just looks at the obviously missing bush and he's like, "What? Oh,
Now,
that cannot be a coincidence."
Keep that. Atlas thinks that Skyra is a wizard. Just made a bush appear.
No, not really. Atlas is just worried that something is very wrong with him, physically, mentally, and
reality.
just
So,
his he has altered reality in his mind.
So, my dear Atlas, as you're there, suddenly you will somebody else enters into the scene. That was me blowing my nose. Sorry. You see.
I thought an elephant entered the room.
I thought
Okay.
I thought that was an elevator.
I thought that was the entrance of the person. You see someone coming in the room.
No.
Here they are.
You see someone enter into the room, and to your surprise, well, actually, question. Zeppelin, what is your character wearing at this moment in time?
Remember that? Hold on, let me send you the picture.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
this
no.
Zeppelin has actual art of his character. It's gonna be interesting. A lot like Rose. He's gonna send an image in a second.
Draws much better than
All
I
I need to
do.
know is your
Hold on,
body
hold on.
covered? Like the outfit that he's wearing, is it the one where his body is covered in any way?
Yeah. Yes.
Let me see what you sent. me.
Wait,
Yes.
is he like
Yes.
naked?
No.
No,
What?
Why would he?
Yes, he's
No.
completely in the nude. He's completely
no.
in the nude.
Pink?
No
Yes.
clothes on.
Okay, this
Mm.
suit.
Yeah,
So-
Liz, but like someone will,
somebody enters into the garden.
but
Someone enters into the garden. What it looks like to you, if you could roll me a perception real quick. No, an awareness. Roll me an awareness, Atlas.
You roll high awareness. So I'll post a
In
picture.
awareness. All right. Let's
If you
see what
roll
I'm
high
aware
enough,
of.
we will post it.
Okay, a
Mhm.
15.
I was gonna
My
say 13
awareness
was
is
high enough,
minus
so
4.
so 14.
wait, so
I have a 14. Yes.
I think
Okay.
that's high enough, Zeppelin.
All right. I post the
So-
image.
I will say though, because of that roll,
It's a
that
good
is what
look.
you see. Because of that roll,
Another doggy to pet. Yay.
because of that roll, you look at this guy from
You'd love to
initially
say.
looking at him, this hulking figure who's 9'5" looks to you like at first an
Oh
artificial
my.
being, a robotic artificial being, or maybe a mammifer vagrant who's, excuse me, wearing something. Excuse me. But as you look at him, you kind of sense something different about him. And Atlas, I will say, you know that he is a Death Elm, wearing a t-shirt and just strolling into the garden. A couple of the students even notice him and give little mini waves before going back to their meditation.
Oh my gosh. I haven't seen
Big
a
man
death
comes in
elf.
this.
All right.
I haven't seen a death elf since Tari.
Oh,
A big
shit.
one.
what?
Okay, well,
Hold on.
Atlas would go up to this Death Elm. He'd greet him as well. He's like, "Yes, hello. Are you a Death Elm?"
Why, yes, I am. Who may you be?
Well, my name is Atlas, a strong Jedi.
Nice to. I see. Nice to meet you, Atlas. I am a Gistrian, ex-diehard, or just call me Aegis. He crouches down to shake his hand.
Atlas, he shakes his hand kindly. A pleasure.
Sure. So, what brings you to the school? Wait a minute.
Well, we're
you
basically here to visit.
I see. You came with, what was her name again?
People are forgetting her name.
Tila?
I'm starting to cry.
He doesn't, he's not good with names. Not all the time, though. So,
What is that snickering laughter? Taylor!
You mean Tila?
yeah,
Are you talking about Tila?
yes, Tia. You're part of her group, right?
Well, yes, that's correct.
I see. Tell her I said hi. Well, I'll just be doing a bit of my meditation here in the garden.
Right then. I'll just be here, figuring something out. Actually, question, before you do anything, has there ever been any incidents of suddenly disappearing plants?
Should I roll a memory check for that? Cam? Where the fuck did he go?
Camera.
He's having a quick
He's not.
Oh, did his internet go out? That's crazy.
Ain't
Someone
no
check the
way.
stream.
Ain't no way.
Oh, commercial break. Do, do,
This
do.
video is sponsored by Raid of Shadow Legends,
No.
one of the biggest mobile role
Shut
playing
up.
What
RPGs.
is that? Shadow Legends, you ask?
What?
I'm not doing that
Oh.
bull again.
Oh, he's back.
World
Y'all
Okay.
behaved while I was gone,
It
right?
took-
You, the
Well,
Aegis and
it
Atlas were
took-
talking.
Yes. Yes.
Yes,
It
you were
took
talking,
eight-
but then
it
we
took-
finished, and then you weren't here. And
Yeah.
because
asked
Atlas
you a
asked
question,
him
you were gone.
Mm.
I was, should I roll a memory check for the disappearing plant thing that Alice was experiencing? See if he
Don't
has
roll
done.
me.
has experienced it, so-
Okay, wait. Did Atlas ask you about the plant?
yes,
Yeah.
Atlas was like, "Has there ever been an incident where random plants disappear out of nowhere?"
Do not roll me a memory, Aegis. You know all about this. However, you've never encountered anybody ever who's also seen it.
Oh shit. So
Actually,
Aegis
there
just-
is
Aegis
one
just
thing.
looks at him and just-
There is one thing I do need you to go ahead and roll me a memory, and I'll tell you whether or not you remember this. There's an additional detail, something else that you need to roll for.
Oh shit. Yeah, fuck. What was
Okay.
the command for that one other
It's Probot.
Again?
I gotta go get something real quick while you roll. Behave while I'm gone.
Hey.
And that evil
I will
giggle.
not behave. You can't chain me.
But Cam just comes back into his server mutes you, then he leaves again.
So while Cam's gone, we all have. I'm pretty sure we all have YouTube
Damn.
channels.
Oh, here you go. I found it. Here you go, Zeppelin. This is my spirit elm, Lilu, from my last campaign. I was in with Space Dice.
The world
Damn.
most. She vanished.
I don't even think I have a photo.
Commercial
Hey.
break.
You good?
hmm I have another one that's really good. I'm looking for it. I have one where she actually had to go undercover at a ball and she had to distract some people. And she wore a very pretty ballroom gown. Pretty laser lady. Yes, so spirit elms only have one means of defense to protect themselves. One attack. And it's called soul beam.
Okay.
Basically, they take they take the raw ethereal that's within them and they blast it from their face like a laser.
Oh, he's coming back. I better meet you.
Guess who's back again.
Damn.
What did I miss? Tell me, man.
I told them what I was showing Zeppelin, Lilu, and explaining what spirit elms their one means of defense. And then, cause he was asking about Tari, cause Tari is a death elm.
I'm getting called again. 1 second. I'm sorry.
And
Finally, I was
Tari,
waiting on that guy to leave.
Tari is her counterpart. The planet that they live on, the people that live there basically treat them as gods because they're elms and they're the only elms on that planet. So they're referred to as gods because they take care of the planet and the jungle and stuff. So
That's nice.
What did Zeppelin roll
Tari-
on memory?
I only
know.
rolled a 9.
A 9 total? Okay. A 9.
Probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ink, you were doing YouTube sponsors?
What I'm gonna say.
Snitch! You snitch! You
Hell
snitch!
yeah!
Ooh.
Hell yeah!
All right, Ink. I'll make you pay for that later.
Helen now.
So,
Oh.
Zeppelin, Aegis, you remember somebody telling you at some point. It's a weird, fuzzy memory. It's like you're even questioning whether or not it's your own memory. But you remember hearing something about somebody out there being like you in some way, shape, or form. And you, and this person right here, this robot cat person, looks just kind of familiar, but not really. Like, not that you've seen him before, but you've seen somebody like him, kind of a thing. So, yeah, that's, and then he says this, and it's the first time you've met someone else who remembers the same thing you remember.
So, okay, and then now back to the bushes part. Aegis just looks at him and just like, you too. I never encountered anyone else who could really see that happen.
So this is not the first time. There wasn't another person.
No. Only I've seen these things happen around the school.
Right. Do they just so happen to be teleported into a random location?
Pretty much.
Well, that's happened to me. And the plant was turning black. That was freaky. I don't want that to happen to me again.
Aegis, roll me another memory.
I don't know if touching any plant.
Another memory. Let's go.
This is a big one.
The plant.
Oh my god.
The plant was
Come on. The One Piece is real.
God damn.
Damn it.
Oh no.
Probot his ass. Probot his ass.
I'm sorry.
oh, I found
I can't
Okay,
remember
eight.
this.
Okay. I'm gonna give you. All right. I'm gonna say with that 8.
It's only fuzzy memories. Man.
I'm gonna say with it's plus what?
It's just 8. It's 8.
Is 8 the total?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sadly.
Yeah. So my dear friend, you. Okay.
Different dice, bro. I hate this dice.
With an
I
8,
hate these
you do not you don't remember any of the bushes changing color, and
No,
yeah, that's something new to you.
Yeah. So let me take back what I said, and then I'll just be like, no, that is plants changing color like that. I don't think I've seen that much. Really. I don't think I've seen that at all, to be honest. Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. I suppose.
Yeah. What things have been going? No, what the? My mother's sneezing, bro. My mother's sneezing in the background.
What?
That's not a sneeze. That's not a sneeze. That ain't no sneeze. That's a scream for
my
help.
I thought it was a
mother's
little
sneezing,
kid
bro.
saying, "Hey."
That wasn't my mother. That was my mother
That's
That's
sneezing.
your
not a
mother's
sneeze,
sneezing?
bro. That's a scream for
Oh.
help.
She got nothing on my
Bless
great
your
grandmother
mother.
sneezing.
Bless you.
Oh
Bless
my
your
God.
mother.
Bless her.
Oh,
Okay.
she's sick, bro. Okay, so
Bless you.
okay. Back to it. Right. So yeah, no, yeah. Many weird things have been happening around the school. I've seen. It's kind of somewhat scary.
Well, at least I have some with some sort of awareness about that. I guess I'll just sit down and try to forget about it.
Skyora,
Yes.
you awaken with with a little bit of a not a start, but you remember what happened last time, so your character wakes up from all that. And you see Atlas and this huge robot dog there.
So her going.
Nobody even knows what he looks like yet.
Oh yeah, under the
Ooh.
robot part.
Under the yeah.
Tila might.
Oh, Skyara, you're awake?
Maybe. Maybe caught a glimpse.
She's
Uh,
hyperventilating.
Why is she hyperventilating?
Aegis just sees her just hyperventilating, just like, are you all right, miss? He gets up and just walks over to her. Bro, you good?
She like looks up and then she takes a deep breath and she composes herself. She's like, I'm alright.
Something seemed to have stalled you. I won't press on it, but I just need to make sure you're all right.
She kind of like after looking up at you and she says she's alright, she kind of just sits forward and she doesn't say anything.
He doesn't. He just moves to the side, just looks at Atlas for a second, just like, are you with her as well?
Yes, I am with her.
I don't know what really is going on though, but keep an eye on her.
Right? I've always have. And always will.
Very good.
Okay.
You'll just
I
go
wanna-
to a. Okay. Ooh. You want to
you're
look?
gonna. No, what were you gonna say?
I was gonna
Aegis? Like, do you head out or does Skyra go ahead? Sorry.
No, I was gonna say I want to make a remark, but then again, Skyora wouldn't be able to make that remark because she's too much in shock.
Ew.
Hmm.
But yeah, Aegis is gonna go to his like usual spot. It's usually by like is there like a pond somewhere? Like, sort of
There
a big
is
pond?
like a little. It's less a pond and more a controlled puddle, if that makes sense.
Control Eh,
Controlled puddle.
that's where he usually sits. He just sits on the edge of the like small puddle like thing. Just like
No problem.
looks down at it, reflects on everything.
Aegis, you look at your
Kind of-
reflection right now. When you look at your reflection, you note something that is something you've seen for a while. And this doesn't, so it doesn't surprise you. But you see in your reflection, you, yourself, of course, but they're not wearing the same clothing. They look different. Just small little differences. The machinery is different in just the right places that it wouldn't be terribly noticeable, but you can easily tell that even though they are moving to your motions and acting as you do, your reflection looks different from you.
He just really takes note of that. He just like, I wonder if the skull is different too.
Roll me a perception
You look
real quick as you
Perception.
take off your skull.
Look off the mech on the skull. Hold on. Just how am I supposed to roll this damn bot right here?
Just me like a
I know I'm not gonna roll this fucking bot. No, fuck that bot, bro. Thanks, Dice Maiden, bro. Thanks, Dice Maiden. I'm rolling here. All right, so perception, 12 plus.
What the
What did I miss?
Perception,
Not too
perception,
much.
You missed
12
my
plus-
hugs.
14.
Oh,
14.
I missed the
All right.
hugs.
Wait, did you just wait? Hold on. Did you roll on the other server? Let me see.
No, I rolled.
Okay.
You remember that one dice thing that you sent us before?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, I
right, yeah.
rolled in
If
that.
you want
Yeah.
to roll in the private server, the one-shot server, you can, since I can see those rolls anyway. So if you want to use Dice Maiden over there, you can.
Oh!
Dice Maiden, love the.
Why doesn't it work here?
I'm not sure why. I'm
I don't
gonna
know
try
what's
and
going
see
on
if
with
I
Dice
can
Maiden. She's sick.
fix it. But anyway, that aside, well, Aegis, you said 14. Perfect. You take your
Yeah.
helmet off. The skull looks similar. Now, anyone who Atlas, if you do notice him off to the side, you will see that, or Skyora as well. If you look at him, as you thought, Atlas, a Death Elm. His face is
Oh, wow.
somewhat rotted. There's bone that you can see if you look at the image that Zeppelin just sent. That's what his head looks like. In future voice chat, there's tendons visible on his neck, and he seems to just be billowing bits of smoke. He's got that's what he looks like. But Aegis, crazy thing happens. You look at yourself, and you actually kind of think that the reflection has a little bit more flesh on it than you do. But even more so, the weirdest thing, you look and you notice through the reflection of the water that Atlas's reflection doesn't match him either. You don't see what you like this robot cat wearing he's got like kind of right now his like robes, but they've been darkened. He's an edgy version of himself right now. You look in the reflection. The reflection of Atlas, however, is a human. They've got this orange t-shirt on. They've got their hair slicked back a little bit. But not like it's like kind of still messy, but it's slicked back a little bit. They're wearing they've got sweats on, more like parachute pants on. So they've got these like kind of parachute pants and sneakers. And he's wearing some sort of like backpack or whatever. But yeah, his reflection, he's still wearing the headphones though. His reflection does not match the person you just met either. Skyora's is fine. So is everyone else that you're used to. But this is another time that he seems to have some similarity to you, that his reflection does not match what you normally see.
He just takes note of that before putting back on his mech armor. He just goes. Fucking. Now it's back on. Visor's fucking like visible now. It just goes.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
Yeah.
Well then, Aegis, you continue your meditation. Atlas and Skyra, you guys can stay in the garden or you can head out. It's up to you. Both of you should be at full health now. Leslie had to go do something. Hang out. We had to brown up my modem. Okay, restarting. Leslie's restarting her stuff. So, we shall move over to. We have Mizu or Zanar. Zanar has regrouped. Yeah, Mizu and Zanar, both of you, I believe, are in the courtyard right now. The others seem to be doing their own thing. Do you two, you two see each other? What do you do?
Hello.
Oh, who are you talking to?
Oh, the bug
Yeah, but
man.
who is Frogman talking to?
Mizu is
What?
talking to Zanar, it seems. I was talking about
Oh.
Zanar and Mizu. Speaking of which, Panda,
Oh.
you there? Just double checking.
I just had a brown out.
Father, you
My
there?
bad.
Father.
Was a nasty storm in our area.
Oh,
Oh, Father's
He
not
fell
there.
asleep.
he might have. Yeah.
Yikes.
Oh no.
Well, until he wakes up,
My-
I'll
poor Father.
have to fill him. I'll have to fill him in this
I'm a
Wednesday.
lone
Alright,
man.
I'm flying over to
So,
his house right
Tila-
now.
Shut the fuck up.
Oh, wait. Well, Panda,
I was full
you
on
there?
Oh, ooh, ooh.
I'm alive.
You're there?
Father,
All
you're there.
right. Awesome.
You're welcome.
Father,
I was just-
you live.
The
I
weather's
just heard,
kind of
like,
bad
frogs
here.
moving his chair.
Well, not. The weather's not like
Father.
super bad, but like the stuff's going in and out. But yeah, Panda, we can hear you. Zanar,
Understandable.
Mizu said hello to you.
Hello, music. How to do, madam?
Goodness sakes, I didn't think I'd get this far. This far. Honestly, you know what? Her and him rarely ever interact anymore.
Stanley's looking between the two of you.
Why?
Oh no.
Relationship.
Oh no. It's like looking out. Oh no. Well, I don't even know what I'm doing right now.
Well, Zanar, you just got that got that deal and that information with the you know who last time. Mizu is here. Just saying hello. I think Panda, were you about to say it's like it's like two parents who are not like they're technically both parents of the children or like their family but they never talk, so it's really awkward is what you're getting right now?
More like when those divorced parents have to talk for the sake of the child.
Ah,
Oh lord. Oh lord. Like, hey.
I can relate.
Do you have
Stanley-
any idea where the other went at this point?
Like,
I don't get away from this conversation.
Oh, you want to
Just
get away from
dead
this conversation? Stanley looks at the two of you and says, "Is something wrong?"
Well,
Oh, nothing's wrong, baby. Nothing's wrong.
you know, don't
Are
you
you
worry about
sure?
nothing, Buckaroo.
Yeah, we're sure.
We're very sure.
Looks at wait, he looks at Zanar. He goes, so,
Oh, no.
"Okay, if nothing's wrong, then can we play?" He pulls. You don't know where he got it from, but he's got a little container of chalk. He's like, "Can we play with chalk?"
Oh, okay.
Sure, kiddo.
Did he
We
steal it from
can
the
definitely
store?
play with your chocolate. I can
Would you-
teach you how to
You know
make
what? I'm not gonna ask.
I
Did
mean,
he take that from the store?
I
he
sadly
goes,
can't touch it
"Wait,
because it's just gonna
even-
dissolve in my hand.
Even better, he puts the chalk away again. Also, Zanar, you haven't seen this yet, but
Oh my
you look at
God.
Stanley. Stanley is wearing what looks to be a hoodie and sweats, but the design is of like an astronaut's outfit.
Aw, look at that, my little spaceman.
He goes, yeah, I'm a space astronaut. Well, give me go, and he starts to float a little bit off the ground.
Oh no, not again.
I immediately set my hand to grappling hook mode to, lasso him back to the ground.
Roll me,
We need to.
roll me a dex.
Oh no.
Oh, please, Lord. Please give me the
Can
strength.
I assist him with aiming it?
It's
Please.
a plus
Sure.
3.
Roll advantage.
I'm gonna
since
keep
she's helping
aiming.
you.
It's a
I'm just
game,
imagining it's just like he misses. He's like, someone get Skyora.
What?
Oh
Someone
my god. Oh.
I
Yeah.
can just see it. Skyora goes to rescue, and then here comes a breeze, and whoop, there she goes.
Oh shit.
Oh, 21? Ooh,
Yes.
okay. All right. I mean, if you want to roll again to see if you get a crit, like, what is your dexterity?
Plus, he said +3.
Oh, it's +2. Okay. All right. So an 18. If you want to roll again to see if you get a crit, you can, but it's up to you. I mean, you succeed already, but I'm just like. I will say
Oh.
with.
That's not another.
I will say, so what happens here, Zanar, is what ends up happening, rather than a grappling hook, what ends up 22, even
it's
19.
Well, next one.
I was close. Your arm, rather than a grappling hook, it really feels more like a gray colored lasso. Kind of just you wrangle Stanley. You kind of get him, like, the rope gets around his like waist, so he's still floating, but he's attached to you now. Whee!
Stanley has become a balloon.
Well, that's something new there, kiddo.
Oh
When
yeah, I
does-
was meaning to tell you about that.
About what?
The whole floating thing.
You mean this ain't new?
Yeah, it's not new.
Well, god damn it! I asked one thing to make sure the kid's all right.
He's fine. It's just we need to get him some weighted boots.
I'll work on it as soon as we get to the ship.
Thank you, Stanley,
just-
baby. Let's play with the chalk.
He's got 2 chalks in his hand, and he's like in a cartwheel position, but he's spinning in midair attached to the rope. Saying, "Wee! I have the chalk."
Oh god,
Oh
his
no.
baby on the
What if he-
ground.
What if
Not in the air.
he falls down? Like, what do you say? Get down, and then he just loses gravity.
Oh, you're
like-
giving me ideas.
Baby on the ground.
No.
What?
So,
What?
No.
Toxicant,
Do it.
real
Trouble.
quick, my friend. You do see these these individuals doing their thing, right? And
Is he prepared to die?
Would you roll me a d20 if you could, Toxicant? Roll me a d20.
All right, here we go.
You're
Is
trying to
he
get a
prepared to
13 or
die?
I'm
higher.
rolling Dice
Well,
Maiden. I'm rolling Dice Maiden.
yeah, go ahead and roll Dice Man on the thing. I'm still
Fuck
trying to
this
fix it
shit,
on
but
this
I'm rolling
server,
Dice
but
Maiden.
I'm gonna tell you, you're trying to get a 13. Or technically, there's 3
Are my
different results
earbuds
you could
still
get depending on
on?
how
Hold on.
high you roll.
It's still on.
Just rolls a nat one.
I rolled a 17. What we looking at?
I'm looking
boy?
at the roll right now. Well then,
Yeah.
you look at that.
That's
You see
crazy.
them, the rope attached to the bug man, and the boy floating above them, kind of like a balloon. That rope looks mighty cuttable.
Oh,
Mm. Oh no. Devious lick. Devious lick.
Oh boy.
I might hit
Toxic
Devious
is
Lick on his
getting a
soul. He going
boner.
to. Oh, he's actually gonna become a spaceman. He's going to space. Ugh.
Not again. He ain't gonna be a spaceman again.
I take out my short sword.
Uh-huh.
Can I pull out my
My
spear?
Tonto.
Man.
pull out that
Mizu,
spear.
if you want to roll an awareness real quick, you can.
Can I?
Can I
Yes,
stealthily take
Zanar.
it out?
Are
Can
you
I hide?
Zanar
roll
and
that.
Mizu, both of you roll me an awareness, and not Atlas. Atlas and Skyar aren't here yet. Toxicant, roll me a stealth. If
19.
You could.
All right.
19.
Roll that stealth real quick.
Ooh, 19.
19.
What?
All right. And
I got a
Zanar, roll me an
12.
awareness.
I noticed you.
Minus 20. Minus
Damn.
What was your total?
Well,
You say
well,
twenty?
I'm so good.
Oh.
Negative.
How-
Oh,
How's that?
oh my.
Okay, so
What?
the 12. I will say Mizu, you don't necessarily see him. However, you do kind of sense ill intent.
Dang.
Zanar, what did you say
Other
you rolled?
senses are
Nothing
kicking in.
-5.
I'm
Zanar,
-5.
Zanar, it is chill right now. But you are completely safe. The kid is completely safe. Everyone's completely safe right now. Nothing bad could
I-
happen right now,
Let's
Zanar.
go.
That's how you
Let's
I-
go.
How was that
absolutely-
Mizu was slowly pulling out that spear that was thrown at her before. 'Cause she said she was keeping it.
Sweet revenge. I throw
Wait, the
I throw
spear
the
from.
sword.
roll me a dex. You have to roll me a dexterity for hit.
Is it aided by my dex?
Yeah, it's a long range
That was
attack, so yeah,
perception.
D20 plus your dexterity. Perception is for damage.
Oh, yeah, I see. Give me a sec. Let me just
So
roll
he's
on
rolling.
that.
Let
A D20.
me see. I already have it written down what you have to roll higher than.
Wow.
Oh no.
Sec. Let's see here. I can't even remember my goddamn dex. It's been so long.
Yikes.
Plus 3.
I'm gonna be right back,
Oh,
guys.
I got a 10.
Please.
Oh,
Damn,
Oh,
you
you
got
fuck.
13.
Give me a second. That's a clash. 1 second.
A clash!
What?
Please.
Toxicant, you pull out your blade. You boom, grab
Oh,
it
no.
by the blade part. Mizu, you turn your head all too late to see a blade. Sing! The rope cuts, and Stanley starts
Oh,
floating
shit.
off.
Can I choose this moment to hide in a bush or run?
I'm
Because
going
I'm
to
in mortal
kill.
danger.
I'm killing
What have
the
you done?
small water
Atlas,
elm
you step
today.
out of the garden. Tila, where are you right now? Out of curiosity.
Tila?
Yeah,
Tila's
what was
talking last.
Mhm.
Tila was talking with the spirit elm.
right? She
Grab
was talking with the spirit elm.
my baby.
I'm gonna say, the rope cutting. Everyone kind of glances in that direction at the time. I'm gonna give this to y'all. You all see sing, the rope cut. It's like you know those cuts in movies where something's moving in slow motion and it goes to each person's face one by one. The only person's face who's
yeah.
completely oblivious
Oh my
is Zanar,
God.
until he feels a lack of weight pulling his arm.
Say Nani?
You
Wait.
couldn't give me that opportunity and not let
Bro,
me take it.
Atlas sees this and his soul shrinks.
Huh. Would you
Oh
look
dear
at that?
God.
He
Oh,
really is an astronaut.
Would you look at that? I hope you can withstand this spear attack.
Hey, I wouldn't attack me. The air's thinning and he's going really high.
Hey guys, what are you looking at?
I'd save
You
him.
know what? When I get him, I'm coming back and killing you. Actually, no, I'm getting the nurse on you.
The nurse. What the nurse do? I'm the best student at this academy. Studied from the tomes himself. There, no, fuck. Shit, I can't even speak. Whatever. I
I-
Did he
child,
get your
whatever.
father?
I would
Uh,
shoot.
What's Zanar?
Talk
Zanar,
to
you
me.
Breathe,
you were saying?
Punchy.
is Punchy okay?
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, he's panicking at the loss of his child.
And
Oh
choking.
Lord.
Drink
What's
some
up, my
water,
baby?
boy.
Where's
So
my baby?
as this child is floating away, I would like to stroll, have a stroll. I'll skip away, gently.
Can I throw the spear at him and like impale him into the ground real quick?
If you would like to take the
Stop.
time, if you would like to take the time to do that, you certainly can, Mizu.
No.
I like as they're
You want
as
to
he's-
take that time?
You know what?
As Mizu is
There's
gearing into
baby in
the
the
spear, I
air.
point at the
How can I
child.
reach the child? I can't fly.
You know
Y'all
what?
got-
I will
You know
tell
what?
myself.
Throw me,
Can I
Zanar.
do this?
Okay.
Oh,
How
oh.
about this?
Wait a minute.
Zanar's
I
coming.
hear. Hold on one second. I hear Atlas. Okay, Mizu, if you would like to go ahead and roll hit, you can
Wait.
go ahead and roll hit. Atlas or Panchi.
Shit.
It sounds.
Alright.
You said how about this, which is a classic sign of a player coming up with a devious plan. So I'd like to hear it.
I think I said how about this?
Okay, how about this? Atlas would attempt to use every obstacle in the area to jump as high as he can.
Oh Lord,
Grab
have mercy.
Stanley and pull him down.
Wait,
You know-
where is Stanley floating to the garden?
Stanley's
Yes!
floating up. No, Stanley. You guys have walked out of the
Clever
garden.
plan.
Up!
Stanley's just
He's
going
floating
up. He's just
Yeah,
going
he's
into the
floating up.
stratosphere.
Zanar, throw me.
Skyar,
I'd say
can
from-
Skyar just fly up and grab him.
You can.
Zanar,
Oh, yes,
roll
Skylar,
it.
go.
Be cool.
Zanar, if you would like to throw Mizu, go ahead and roll a strength.
cool.
I would like to shoot the die. Okay,
But she can
okay,
fly.
hold on. Before we go on, real quick. So Zanar and Mizu, are either of you going to make an attack against the Acid Kid? You certainly can if you want.
You know what? I'm gonna get him later. Right now, I'm gonna focus on my son.
Child. Good luck.
Nah, I'm going for the kill now.
Oh shit.
No,
Go ahead and roll hit, Zanar.
throw me, mother.
Wait.
Roll initiative.
Alright,
Roll
wait.
initiative.
Let's talk about this. Okay.
This
I'll help
is
the kid.
roleplay. Hold on.
But y'all owe me one.
Oh,
Okay, after.
No, your life
if
is
I
our.
fail
Your life is
miserably,
the only
Skyora, you
thing.
can go.
Zan-
It's either
Zanar,
you
roll
get
me
my
hit.
son or you die.
I can
With your-
get
with
him
your
back. I can
blaster.
get him back. I'm
Oh,
the
he-
best
hold on,
knight
I'll
at
wait,
this
I'll wait.
school.
I'm trying to see if I have initiative. Yep.
No,
Oh,
yeah. What,
God dang
since
it.
you're using your blaster, you would just roll a d20 plus your dexterity for hit.
Damn.
Excited noises.
That's
Oh,
the
no.
same thing as my initiative.
Oh,
Hey.
cool. There you go. Okay, what'd you
Damn.
get?
Yeah, Nick.
That definitely hits. Roll damage.
Damn.
Ah, my ears burn.
Believe. Oh wait, wait. Are you using? You're using your blasters. I believe the damage on that was changed. So, I'm vaguely sure that's two. That might be 2d8, but let me double check that just to be sure.
Oh,
1 second, just to make sure. That does
Damn.
hit. I'll describe what
Mhm.
happens. Let me see. Random D&D
She-
space dice. Hold on. Games, little buddy, and where is he? Zanar. Your blaster, your plasma gun is 1d10 -6, but it also has burning chance. If you could, Ink, make me. Toxicant needs to make a Constitution save.
Yeah, sure. On it. Hopefully I don't die here. I
But
might.
it has a plus.
I don't die here.
Yeah,
It's a high
you do have a
possibility of
D10
that, but
minus
I'll see
6
what they-
Zanar, but that there's also him whether or not he fails or succeeds on the burning
I got a
chance.
4.
The
Fuck my
burning.
my
This is
God.
why
That
this is, Dice Maiden, I
what-
love you. Dice Maiden, I love
happened?
you, honey, but please don't kill me.
All right.
Dice Maiden is going to absolutely.
You rolled the 1.
What?
Okay, wait.
Oh,
All right, that's great. Hold on. So you rolled a 1 on damage, but minus. So he doesn't take any damage. However, he failed his burning chance. So if you could roll me a D8 as well, that'd be really nice.
Hold on.
Damn.
Wait, hold on.
Oh.
That's already calculated the -6.
That's never mind. Add a D8.
Add a D8.
Yep, roll another D8, and that will be the total damage he takes.
Burning chance.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he failed the burning
He
chance.
said,
Oh, wait a minute. He's a water elm. That's right. Give me a second. Hold on. Wait a minute.
Oh,
wait a
boy.
minute.
No,
That
no, no.
reminds me.
Oh,
I believe
yeah.
he takes more
Dang
damage.
it.
No,
And I would have
no.
electrocuted him.
Don't
me
kill
see.
me, please. I I have a
No,
character arc to go
no.
through. Please,
One
I have a
second,
character
Angela.
arc. I promise.
You will accept your fate.
You brought this
You will
upon
accept your
yourself.
fate. Your accent is stupid.
Okay. What did he roll
What'd you want me
on?
to
Your
Roll a
color
d8
put on
plus
my
1. Let's see
southern
what he
accent?
gets.
Then we're gonna see how stupid that is.
Hold on. 3. Okay. Half of 3.
much
Rounded
Three?
up is 2. So you
Ooh.
add that as well. So 5, then
Oh.
1, 6. So you take 6 damage in total. So not a lot,
Dang.
but still.
Aha, taste butter.
So you
Aha,
now
taste butter.
what
Scratch.
happens here?
It burns.
what
It
ends-
burns.
What happens is you bring the rope's gone, you notice it, and you see Toxicant like just skipping away. It kind of hits the ground where his like quote unquote feet are, and he gets blasted through a window and disappears into the building.
Dance, monkey, dance.
Oh.
Damn, that's a clever way of getting me out of there. God damn.
So, with that being said, Stanley, right, Atlas. So going, Atlas, you saw Stanley up there.
Yes.
You wanted to try and jump for him. I'm gonna tell you. Let's see. Oh wait, no,
I'm
Skyora.
gonna try
Before,
parkour.
as you're trying to, Atlas, roll me an athletics or an acrobatics, and Skyora.
I'm rolling athletics.
Skyora, roll me. Skyora, I want you to roll me a strength save.
Oh boy.
All right, athletics.
Oh,
Do
wee,
not
look at him
fail
go.
me now,
He's
please.
going really high.
All right.
Oh wait, that's right. The sheet does not have saving throws yet.
Just
Plus
roll, yeah, right.
seven
Just roll
to
this.
go.
Roll normal strength. Normal
19
strength.
plus 7.
Bruh.
The hell?
What did you
the
wait? Did you roll
fuck?
athletics
Thank
or
you for getting
that's
my
wait? No,
son,
that
I
was
guess.
your athletics is +7. So okay, 19 plus 7. So that's 20.
Dang.
That's
What?
and Skyara, what did you roll?
What?
You won't let me
I
have
did
any
not-
fun.
I
You
did
never let
not
me
roll
shine.
very good.
What did you roll, Skyara? Tell me.
She rolled a 0.
Dang.
So
What?
let me describe the scene for you right now.
She
Atlas,
floated
you see the
around.
kid up there. You're thinking, my little brother. He's oh no, he's up there in the sky. Skyara's like, I'll save him. Skyara, you begin to fly up, and as soon as you go up, like you go up maybe 10 feet before wind, you start flipping around in the air. The current takes you, and at one point you get to Stanley, but you're floating up with him, and you kind of speed up his ascent. Hi, Skyowa.
Well,
We're flying. Well, hi, I'm sorry. I feel sick. I hope
She's
you're
like,
so good.
she's like, Stanley,
But
what?
Yeah.
Can you slowly go down? Do you know how to slowly go down?
He says, "Oh, down. Okay." Thing is, his
Oh
feet are
Lord, have mercy.
fully facing upward right now. So you start rather than floating up, you are now falling up. Luckily,
Convenient.
everyone.
My
So
God.
from Skyara and Stanley's perspective, what you hear is what vaguely sounds like a sonic explosion, like a sonic boom right now. For everyone on if you look quote unquote up, which would be towards the ground for you guys, you see there's a small crater on like just barely out like quite some distance down. I'd say to everyone on the ground, the Stanley and Skyara look like about the size of a grape. And so when Skyara and Stanley, you two look down and see a little like dust or whatever, but then something is fast approaching. Atlas. For everyone on the ground, you like everyone's looking up. It's like, oh, the kid's up there, whatever. And you suddenly shockwave of just air and like displacement of air and some dust, and Atlas is just gone. So, Atlas, you bent down, knees bent. Flew into the sky practically, and you come up. Your jump slows down just barely enough as you get to them, so you grab hold of them, and
Wait,
you
didn't think about how he's gonna get down.
grab onto them. You grab Skyra, you grab Stanley. You've got the both of them. Good Good job. You're not falling up anymore, but you're not going anywhere.
Oh
I'm one
Lord.
in the
Dude,
end.
I got
In the
them.
end, I'm one.
You've got them, but
Are
one
you not
basically
coming
just-
down?
you've got two. You guys are stuck in that spot, moving kind of with the wind right now. So you're still floating up there, but you're not going. He's not going any further. It's like hi. Oh,
Is he not gonna drag them down a little bit?
Sue. Hi, Atlas.
Can
Never do that again.
Never do
You're
what?
still up there.
They are
Never
still.
do that again. I've got you. We'll find a
Y'all
way
are
down.
still up there. Oh Lord.
Huh.
Oh my God.
Mm.
Family bonds are
Tila.
so beautiful.
Tila and Mizu, both of you see all this going on as well. Most of the students are like,
Wait a
"Yay,
minute.
good job!" Like when Atlas got them, but then the clapping slowly dies down as they notice you guys aren't coming down.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Wait,
Well,
Frog,
shit.
I have a
Tila, can I rely on? Wait, she's not even close by. I
Who?
wanna.
Wait, I have a question.
Oh, what's your
How
question?
long is that rope you have, Zanar? How much rope
Zanar,
do you
roll
have
me a
left?
D100. That will determine how many feet your rope is.
Oh God.
And while you're rolling,
Please,
Skyra,
guys.
tell me, Skyra, tell me
God.
how
But he rolled
what
a
you want,
now
what your
one.
question was.
Can
Shut
I
up.
use air displacement?
Do you have
Who?
that ability?
Mhm.
In the new sheet, yes.
85.
Oh, damn, 85 feet?
85?
85
Okay,
feet.
so the rope, I would say about 10 feet of that has been cut off, so you have a 75-foot rope right now, which is actually a lot of rope.
Not bad.
But before, as you two plot, Skylar, real quick, Skylar, could you read to me displacement? Or wait, I guess I can just look here. Hold on one second.
Air displacement. Teleport one time within your flying distance. Takes up your movement. Enemies cannot opportunity strikes on you if you move like this. And you could
I will
teleport twice.
say
Well, I could teleport
that you. Okay, so because this doesn't say whether or not you can take people with you, so that's going to be a unique property if you attempt to do that. Based on how the ability works, while you can use it, it shouldn't be able to take anybody with you. But I'll tell you this: you can make an element roll to check and attempt to do this. However, I'm going to tell you one thing: if you roll an 8 or lower, then there is a chance that you could end up taking Atlas and Stanley and just displacing ripping their bodies apart on accident. If you try to
Oh my God!
teleport them.
Please don't do that.
Oh, please do it. Please. Please do it. It would be fun. It'd be really
Do it,
funny.
please
Now,
don't do it.
If you
Please.
roll a
Please
9
do it.
to a 12, if you roll a 9 to a 12, nothing happens. Like you would end up teleporting and they would just stay up there.
Oh,
Please no.
If you roll a 13 or higher, I would say 100% success. You can teleport with them downward.
I mean, think about the entertainment.
Please no.
No, I said it would be a chance. Excuse me. I said if you roll a 1 to an 8, a 1 to an 8 is a chance you could tear them apart. Again, there's some extra rolls I would have to make in regardless to that. So if you get an 8 or lower, it doesn't guarantee you'll hurt them. It just means something will happen.
I think we know
Should I?
how this is
should I-
about to go.
This is
Oh no.
I'm going to see how this goes, and hopefully the dice will be in my
That's the
favor.
Oh God.
Don't
Don't kill my son.
Bless
Bless
you.
you.
Bless you.
Bless
Excuse
you.
me?
Please bless this dice.
Bless you.
Oh!
That 20! Holy
Oh! Net. Okay. All right. So
The Lord has
you know
blessed
what?
my dice.
With a nat 20, everyone here, suddenly, you are looking up and you suddenly see they just flat out disappear. A couple seconds go by.
I'm fucking sweating.
A couple seconds just go by.
Somali, I'm sweating.
A few more seconds go by. Probably about 15 or so seconds, which is a little weird.
Do I see this?
They don't show up.
What?
Oh my god.
Huh.
Where have I teleported?
They've just disappeared.
Deal with that.
Like-
I won in the end.
Shut the fuck up.
I win.
Damn.
Yeah, this feels good.
God.
Victory feels nice.
I'm going to
Where'd
smash
you go?
silly.
Victory feels good.
William should have let me shot you.
So, with that
Actually,
being
you know what?
said,
William should have called your father.
with that being said, what ends up? So they just disappear. Yeah, they just disappear. Aegis, you are in the garden right now. You hear none of this. The sounds are dampened in here and whatnot. You hear none of this right now. But you end up. Well, I guess are your eyes closed? Are you like, what are you doing in the garden? You were at the pond. What exactly were you doing at the pond?
So
Could you
basically,
turn it down? I can't hear.
while he like meditates, right? Like he has this smoke like coming out from him. It just it surrounds him like an aura or something like that. Something similar. He just tries to clear his mind. Yeah, he just does that
As
while
you're doing
sitting
this,
down, closing his eyes. Yes.
in this sudden, like in your meditation, suddenly you find yourself like running through a fog that feels a lot like the smoke that comes out of you, and you are trying to get through this fog right now. Eventually, you burst your way out, and you're to a familiar sight. Your memories, while here, your memories come back. When you're in this place, the memories that have been locked off from you kind of just show up again. And when you go back to the real world, they get blocked off. But while you're here, you remember fully. You remember you were Aegis, Aegistrian. You had a life that was going on. You had a wife, and in that world that you knew, you had a history and all sorts of different crazy things, until you had been met by a cat who had brought a lot of different strange things into your life, including something different. You remember that you are a conduit. You are a part of something, and you're not the only one. There's another one out there. You notice off in the distance. Normally, this black void, is sometimes filled with stuff, but normally it's just nothing but a void. But you see a speck of something off in the distance.
He will go over to that speck.
As you get closer to it, you see that it is Atlas. Atlas, when you were up in the sky, at one moment you were in the sky, the next moment you were in the void. You were in this familiar void.
In the void. Oh dear.
You look next to you, still in your arms, is Stanley and Skyora, but they both have these vacant looks on their faces, like they're just looking practically through you. Neither of them seems to be really like they're moving, but they're not doing anything. It's like they're asleep with their eyes open, if that makes sense.
That's not creepy.
All right.
What?
Okay, so.
The hell?
Oh, okay.
You do notice
Atlas-
Aegis approaching
like-
you suddenly in this void area.
How are you here?
Not again.
Sounds like
Wait, who are you?
Guy there.
Like, it's just confused. Like, wait a minute. How the hell did you get here? Wait.
Well, I.
Oh, this is not lagging.
Punchy, you're lagging. You might want to reconnect real quick.
My son,
it's
lagging.
happened multiple times. I don't really know how this it keeps happening. Okay, hello?
Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Is it working? Am I
Yep, we can
okay?
I think
You're
so.
back.
What is
You're
working?
fine.
What's okay?
All right, excellent. All right, as Alice was saying, it's like, okay, listen, it's not my first time in here. I don't necessarily know how this keeps happening.
Same with me. But do you know exactly how you got here now?
I looked this way, and then I was here.
Uh-huh. Well, damn.
Ooh, you get something. You get something crinkly. The fuck?
Yes, it's
Sorry.
weird. I also met a bunch of other versions of myself. It was quite overwhelming. I don't even know what.
We're experiencing the same exact things right now, man. Oh man. And you similar to someone else. Like I saw.
You keep comparing me to this
Please.
other person. I don't know who this someone else is.
Maybe it's me. You hear a voice to your side, to the side of both of you.
Wait, what? Oh, he looks to the side.
You look to the side, and Aegis, there he is, Ginger. It all comes rushing back. Now, I'd like to give a little bit of context for everybody here. Aegis here is a character that Zeppelin designed for a one-shot that I hosted. In that, here's the thing. One-shots are not canon to the main world or the main story that we're building here, obviously. However, there's a little exception to that rule. The Aegis that we're talking to here used to be in one of those one-shot headcanon worlds, but something happened to him. So, what I'm telling you right now, Zeppelin, I know he's I know at first you thought you were playing an Aegis, a different universe Aegis, the one from this world. What rushes back the memory of is that you used to be in a different world. You had a wife. You were in your second year on being a Gravity Knight, as well as the gym your second year as being the gym teacher as well. But then something happened to that world. Something happened in regards to you. And you were sent to this world instead. You have replaced the Aegis that once was here.
No!
He's gone.
Oh, he's back.
Dang.
What? We lost Zeppelin. Are you back? Did you hear what I
I
said?
don't know what the fuck happened, but the Wi-Fi just disappeared.
Okay.
So,
What was the
Sum it
last
up
thing you
really
heard,
fast.
Zeppelin?
that you just introduced the other Aegis and you're talking about the one shot.
Right. So the Aegis you've been playing in the one shot, this is the same Aegis from that world. He has replaced the canonical Aegis. So there is canon Aegis and there's one shot Aegis. The two of them have swapped places for whatever reason. You'll find that out in the next episode of the one shot. But this memory rushes back to you as well. As you see Ginger, a little ginger cat who didn't give you a name at first, but sounds and looks similar to Atlas here. And not only that, Atlas, you've seen him as well, and he's referred to you as I and ourselves and us many times before. Says, he looks at the two of you and says, "This is definitely a pickle. The two of you meeting here."
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
I know you. You were the ginger cat from last time.
I have a name, you know.
What the?
Well, let me guess. Atlas?
Crap. Sorry.
Go ahead.
No. Probably Ginger.
Yes. Thank you, Aegis. Hey, Ginger's the name, Ginger's the game. Well, technically it's not my name, but it's the one I gave you.
Yeah. Well, now this just got a little bit confusing.
A little bit. Oh man. It's like, you think this is confusing? He walks over and pats Skyora, who's still vacantly staring off on the head a little bit. It's like, you think that's confusing? This little girl here was looking at the original us only minutes ago.
Wait, what? How the?
Well, not the original you. The original us, as in me and Atlas here.
Yeah, I think I get that, but how the hell? Man, this universe has many surprises.
Universe. You gotta stop thinking in singular terms.
Okay, other me. Listen, what did we do now? Did I break something? Did I do something wrong? Did I suddenly break some sort of dimension I should know about?
Well, I wouldn't say any of you really broke anything. More like pulverized and just like did a full-on beat down kind of. It's absolutely decimated certain linear lines that exist to keep the worlds from clashing together. But it's not terrible.
I wouldn't say you broke anything, but you broke everything.
It's like, I wouldn't say you broke anything. I'd say you broke everything. Thanks, Ink. Oh wait, you guys don't know who that is. Sorry. Don't worry about it.
Oh.
Anyway.
Nigga knows how to break a fourth wall. What the fuck?
Look,
he just looked at the audience.
I know this can be a little bit frustrating. I know, to you guys, he looked off into the middle of nowhere, but it's like, look, I know this is frustrating. Don't worry, the two of you will pop back and stuff. I'm sorry, Aegis, you still got to stay here for a little bit longer. We've almost fixed the problem. Okay, we're kind of almost fixed the problem. Sort of, kind of, almost. It's a long story. Point is, we're gonna need both of you later down the line, so don't die. But Atlas.
Okay.
There's a couple things coming. I don't know how to put it for the time being, but it'll be important later down the line. So, don't let anything hit you in the head. I would suggest, at least, don't let anything hit you in the head. You know?
Okay, so you're just telling us to just watch our heads? Please.
Yeah, figuratively and literally. Oh, wait, and there it is. Around you guys, the sound of like glass breaking as the void begins to look like it's like shattering, whatever. Okay, you guys going back. I literally have no good advice for you, so goodbye. He jumps into one of the cracks and disappears.
So, wait, how are we going to? Oh no,
he's gone. It takes a couple seconds for the cracking to continue. If you guys want to continue talking to each other about anything.
Okay. Yeah. So you're not actually from this world, huh? That's rather interesting.
It's very confusing. I haven't really interacted with my other self much. Like, not at all.
No, please. I've never seen you in a day before in my life.
Yeah, no, don't worry.
This is so awkward.
I mean, it would be fair because they both just... But then that would actually make sense because they both are in the void where they both have no idea what's going on. So yes, of course it would be awkward for the both of them.
True. Oh, so he said watch our heads.
Yeah.
Funny, right?
As it begins to shatter, the world around you finally shatters. Atlas, the last thing you see before you return to the real world is you see Aegis, and for a moment, a second, a flash of him, a hole through his chest, just a gaping area taken completely out from him, blood splattered, and a dead, vacant look in his eyes. Aegis, at the same time, you see Atlas flash 100 different colors all at once before what looks to be his a brain connected to his brain but outside of his head flashes for a moment before both of you pop back into the real world. Atlas and Skyra, you saw none of that. Neither did Stanley. The three of you flash in the garden. You appear in the garden, and next to a pond. Aegis, you're about maybe 150 feet in the air right now, and you immediately begin to descend.
Oh joy!
Oh wait, he'll be fine. He'll be fine.
He
So-
he sees himself. He drops. Hey, do I still have that character ability?
Which one?
Special character?
Please tell him he does. The one where he does the
Meteor.
spell to you.
Yes, you do. You do still have that ability. However, right, that reminds me, 100 feet of landing. I need you to roll me a Constitution check. Everyone, suddenly, after about 30 seconds, people were starting to freak out. Suddenly, you see a flash. It's like, oh, there they are. Wait, no. And you see Aegis flash and begin to descend. I need two things. I need a con check by... Oh, what did you roll? Let me see. What did you roll, buddy?
Hold on. It was not even a cooking thing, but oh my god. Wait a minute. What's my constitution? God damn! Wait a minute. 23 now.
Okay. 23. All right. Toxicant.
Initially.
Toxicant, if you could, roll me a dexterity save.
No, please don't tell me.
Oh no. Let me just
Karma, bro.
let me look at my thing real quick.
Not again.
Okay, so this thing takes
Fail.
charisma, right? My thing
Fail.
takes charisma. Hold on, I need. Oh my!
Oh yeah, you get to
It makes it
roll
look cool if you-
a charisma beat to see how cool
I got a
you
21.
land.
Don't play with me. Don't play with me. 21. Don't play with me. Don't play with me.
21.
Oh,
One
you-
second.
Oh, good
21,
job.
don't play with
Hold
me.
on.
Don't even
Let me
try.
find
Hold
my
on.
character.
No.
Hold on. Okay. One
Yes.
second.
Yes.
What do you mean? Don't worry. Let me just check something real quick. Hold on. This might be the last you see of these two characters,
Check
people, but
something
we'll
real
see.
Wait. Does a 21 not save?
What is
Please
your...
don't tell me he's squishy.
What?
Okay. Oh goddamn.
It's like
So this is what happens. Toxicant,
Dirty 20.
you've been flung into the
It was
the
fun.
school.
Wait, hold on,
You
wait, actually-
walked
I'm
your
gonna die
way.
in here.
So you walked your way like through the school. You're actually walking out the front of the school at this point. Like, ha, I won. Victory is mine. I'm successful. You're feeling great. You look up. You get a second before you see feet that look very familiar. And you have to. You 50 or your health goes down to 50 as you make a copy of yourself and you push your real self back. Your second, your splitting ability, 50 of you get
Ow.
smashed to bits. And he lands there. What did you
It's minus 50
roll
for
for
my
your charisma thing, Zeppelin?
Dirty 20. God damn.
Ah,
As terrifying as this was, it also was
it's
pretty
fine
cool.
if you. Holy shit, man! You almost killed me, but also, whoa, that was cool.
So,
You almost killed me, but that's
we're
pretty
leaving
cool.
leaving those two to themselves. Those two have finished their little saga, at least for the time being, depending on what you guys do. I would like to move over to Tila, because I feel like Tila hasn't quite gotten much. Real quick, though, before we get to Tila, Skyara, Atlas, and do you guys come out of the garden to assure everybody, or what do you like, Skyara, you're kind of freaking out that you were successful with your teleport ability.
She was like, "Hey,"
Atlas is back.
You
He's like,
teleported so hard,
"Wait,
sent
we
me to
did
the
it.
void.
We're
Oh.
okay.
and she's like, "Oh, I did not know that was gonna work, but I'm glad that I
Oh,
worked."
Stanley, come here, you. Oh, I'm so glad you're all right.
Well, of course I'm alright. I'm a knight of gravity.
That's my little brother.
Baby.
Oh, my baby. Y'all gonna bring my son out to me,
Man, I wanted
right?
to kill him.
Nah,
It'd be
Just
really
like-
funny if his
my
face
son.
exploded.
Like, still in a state of shock. She's like, okay, yeah, let's.
Please
Let's
tell me that
go
they saw
and
Eska, you're
fucking
alright. You're alright as
pages
well.
fall from the
He just
sky.
hugs her.
100 feet in
You
the
hug
air.
her.
Yes.
Like, when you hug her, she, for a moment, has like a saddened look on her face. But then she tries to hide that sadness and she goes, yeah, I'm
'Cause
okay.
she knew what would have happened if she failed.
So,
She was thinking about that. Like,
I love that, Skylar. I know, Rose. You and I know why she feels like that. Let's leave the others still guessing.
Mhm.
So,
I'm
well,
confused.
you guys eventually, I assume they come out. I assume you guys do eventually come out of the garden.
Yes, we do come out the garden.
Mizu, Zanar, all of you. Okay, the kid is safe. They're all good. Tila, we're gonna go back a little bit. You saw them disappear. Rebecca looks at you, Tila, and like whispers, like, "Is that normal? Like, for you, she just disappeared."
Rebecca.
That's the spirit elm.
Oh,
yeah,
That she's
yeah,
talking to.
Rebecca. Yeah.
Buck a program.
the hot girl. Got it.
Yeah.
The what?
It's
Tila
funny. If any...
lets-
Go ahead, Tila.
Tila pauses and then she lets out a big sigh and she's like, apparently, I need more coffee. She's like, please excuse me. And she signs what she just said and gives a bow and she kind of pivots into the opposite direction and she walks towards the cafeteria.
Okay. Mike rejoins with you. Rebecca, actually, before you leave, she grabs your hand and she pulls you into a hug. And she's like, "It's really good to see you, Tila. I hope things are less stressful than they used to be. I know you look like you're a little bit stressed out right now, but I do want to say you look a lot more livelier than you did before you left." And yes, she did actually stutter out that word right now.
Tila gives a
Trying
quiet
for a double
nod and she continues on, rubbing her temples. And she goes to grab a cup and she leans down to pull the bag of beans from her pouch that's on the side of her leg, that's hidden in her robe.
You do this. You said your goodbyes to, or your farewell for now at least,
Yes, of
to
course.
Rebecca.
But what she did not, what caught her eye, but her head hurt so too much from what she just saw, like watching everyone just floating and then disappear.
Mhm.
She's like, I need a drink.
Oh boy.
So
Roll me a perception.
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 That's
It's not a high roll. It won't be like too big of a high roll.
it's 9 plus 7, so I believe
Perfectly
that's 16.
You notice, so where you go, so you've got like the beans and whatnot. But you need a coffee machine. You know where the teacher's lounge is, and Rebecca did like say, "Hey, there's a coffee machine at the teacher's lounge. If you just want to go in there, that's perfectly fine."
I'm just
your
surprised the teachers
boyfriend
even
can
let
join you as
Tila
well.
in there.
It's like, oh right, as long as you don't practice floating any of the food. She looks at you with a knowing look. Then you can use the teacher's lounge to make yourself some coffee.
So Tila goes in there and she pulls out the beans and she grinds them. because Pog has her coffee grinder.
Mhm.
That's why she also keeps Pog with her. He's also doubles as a coffee grinder.
Now, when you got to the teacher's lounge, okay. So do you need to go to the teacher's lounge for that, or did you want to go to you wanted to go to the cafeteria? You said, right?
She actually takes up what's her name's word and goes to the teacher's lounge.
Okay. On the way to the teacher's lounge, you actually notice, kind of like secluded from everybody, like out of the way. You actually end up, as you're like going down the hallway, right before you round the corner, you see Charlie and G. And the two of them are like, they've gone around the corner. G is carrying that bag he had with him. You're not sure why he has it, but out there as well. They're both smiling. They both, do you like go out in the open, or do you want to just watch this? Like, it's up to you.
Actually,
they haven't noticed you yet.
She is rather curious, but she's gonna go back around that corner because she's like, "Oh crap! Did I walk into something?"
Okay. I will
Also,
say,
it's
go ahead
her
and roll me a
hero,
stealth.
she's like, "Oh my gosh, it's Charlie again," and she's like making sure she's not like fangirl mode. She's like trying to calm herself down and like keep her composure.
Gotcha. Roll me a stealth.
That's a nat 20. That's a nat 20.
Oh, you're good. You look around the corner. They do not notice you. They don't even you don't even make any noise. The two of them are smiling at each other. They bring their hands up. Now, you're pretty sure you didn't think they knew each other. Like, you're this random frog person who you met, a few months. Actually, wait, yeah, it's been months since the Stormy Planet. A few months ago. And now, and Charlie, your hero from when you were, back at school. And they shake hands, bring each other into a hug like old friends right now. Seems they know each other. And you hear them
Are they near
talking.
the teacher's lounge?
They are, yes, they're at the door of it, like just outside the door of it. Like they might, it looks like they might go in, but they're having a conversation right here. You do hear them though. You don't have to listen too much they're like close enough for you to hear. It's like, my dear G, it's been quite some time since I last spoke with you. Likewise, it has been some time. I mean, it's not like either of us really called or anything like that. That's true, but I have to admit the cell service in the second realm is not the best. My apologies. It's like, right, you were dealing with that whole terrorism thing that was going on, right? I was hearing there was a lot of damage that was done from that. Yes, unfortunately, I was a little bit late to some of the events that took place, but we took care of it. I'm actually here to address something else, though. Okay. You see, recently, as you know, I called you for a special offer. Have you considered it? I've considered it, and I've accepted. Already? Yes. You're sure? You've been flying with, what was his name? Emmett? For how many years now? Quite a few, but you said I'd get a chance to fly her again. That is true, yes. And I helped make, that's a big deal for me. Okay, yes, I understand that, but you've also been flying for who knows how long. No, it's not a big deal. I'd rather not talk about it. All right, it's your business. In fact, speaking of which, we should probably get inside before anybody hears us. Yeah, probably a good idea. My, I guess, friends or whatever. Friends. Impressive. Well, it's not like I can't make friends. They go into the teacher's lounge. Now, you could listen in to this conversation. With that nat 20 of stealth, I'm going to say you could stay stealth while listening into the conversation, but you would need to roll a perception to listen through the door.
Right now, I don't know where Mike is by following her, but she's like, crap. She's like listening to him and goes, oh, so... wow, even G knows Charlie. And they goes, wait, he's gonna be leaving us? Like, how are we going? And she's thinking like in her head, like, if G leaves, how are we gonna fly the... How are we going to get out of here? King, I don't want to be... And then she's like, you know what? She's like, Pog, deploy. She
Okay.
goes, Pog, she's gonna have Pog, walk, like, goes, Pog, I need you to wait out here for me until I finish making the coffee, please. And she
He
goes,
goes.
so she keeps Pog outside the door. She did see Mike was following her, but is he still behind her, or did he
No.
get lost?
He was about to come after, like, follow, like, with you and whatnot, but somebody, one of the other actually, surprisingly, a teacher came and talked to him, Mr. Stickler.
I see. So, Tila kind of like brushes her robe. She takes a deep breath, and she's like, she literally has her mug in hand and her coffee beans already grounded from Pog, and she tells him to wait outside, like a little distant.
Hold on. Okay, you're good. Go ahead. Continue.
Oh, freak.
So, she goes, I'm so sorry. I was just trying to make some coffee. I didn't mean to intrude. She goes, my dear friend who, that, told me I may use it as long as I don't levitate every food item in here. She goes, but I can see you both are engaged in a conversation. I'll take my leave. And she
No,
goes
no,
to
no,
turn
no.
around.
Miss Pond, you don't have to leave on account of us. We're simply catching up, right? G? It's like, oh yes, yeah. I probably should have told you beforehand, Tila. Yeah. Me and Charlie here go a ways back. Yeah. Or I guess since she knows now, I can call you Chuck. Yeah. Is it? I don't know why you insist on calling me that, but yes, you may. Say, yeah, Chuck. That works. That works. But yeah, no, you don't have to leave. We're just talking about the game
like,
and football, Spaceball.
and she's like, I'm making coffee. Would you like some? She looks at G because she knows G drinks coffee.
G nods his head vigorously. Charlie says, I could do with a cup, although I'm more of a tea person.
Tila then kind of chuckles and kind of lifts up her foot. You can see her bare leg underneath her robe as she goes to quickly grab out
G
a tea
turns
pouch.
his head away.
And
As does Charlie. Both of them kind of politely, as gentlemen
she
do.
goes, and she's like, I do have tea if you prefer.
Charlie, still keeping his eyes like either up or towards your face, like, yes, tea would be fantastic. Yes, please, thank you. G says,
Tila's
coffee
like,
for me.
Happy. Tila is like the happiest girl alive right now. She's making tea for her hero, and she's making coffee, and it's
Wait a
making
minute.
it's lifting
That
her
was that. The
spirits up.
pouches were on her like leg, right? Like her thigh, like lower thigh, right?
Her calf. So she
Okay.
has like these skinny pants, and where you see her picture, you know, her profile picture.
Yeah.
She's standing on that lily pad. She has that thing by her knees. That's
Yeah.
a pocket, inner pocket, that kind of like leggings. There's a little pouch
Gotcha.
in there and she pulls out that's where she stores her beans and her tea and her drinks.
I'm gonna
Like,
say
for her
right
to
now,
make-
that is such the part. I'm just letting you know right now. Maybe a missed opportunity. Just imagine. You know, you could technically call that thigh tea.
Thai tea. Wow.
Instead of chai tea, thigh tea.
I like that. I can't believe I missed that. I feel so sad now.
Bruh.
It's
Thai
perfect.
tea.
Oh my god.
And then
look,
she
I'm a thigh
goes,
guy, okay.
she's like, oh godly. And then as she prepares, the The coffee is done first because it's quick, it's easy, it's already grounded, and she presses it. She gives G his coffee, and she's preparing the hot water tea for Charlie. And she's like, she goes, she's like, she almost said master, and she's like, Charlie, would you like any cream or milk or honey with your tea?
He goes, you look at Charlie says, oh, I'll just take a small sprinkle of sugar if you don't mind. G looks over and actually pulls something out of his pocket, a little thing of like chocolate, it seems. And he says, could you put this in my in the coffee for me, please?
Tila takes his cup, and she takes the chocolate, and she goes, you guys didn't see this. And she force crushes the chocolate, infuses it into his coffee, and gives it back to G.
I saw nothing. Same here. They take their respective drinks. Fun thing, just as a little thing, I think Panda here actually already knows this about me. I don't like coffee, but G is based off me. However, I will drink coffee if it has chocolate in it. That's my thing. So, just
Duly noted. I actually got my brother hooked on pour over coffee just recently.
Oh.
Tila is happy, but she has something on the back of her mind that's bothering her. That's why she's drinking. They're very
classic
don't have
major representatives or anything. Not that I wish to bring up politics in any sense of the word, but I was just curious about what knowledge you have on that. If you'd like to make a memory check, you can.
Yep, make it a memory check. Oh, that's a good one. 13 plus my memory is 7. That's a dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
God,
you do remember.
Tila has high stats.
You recently on the news actually heard about something very big. You don't know exactly what it was about since you didn't get to. Stanley was probably distracting you a little bit, but you do remember they were talking about something about artificial beings, some new form of artificial beings, a new world that has been discovered.
I do remember that conversation.
He says,
she goes,
really?
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
She goes, yes. I just saw on the news as I was teaching Stanley the special robot that I was telling you briefly about earlier. I taught him how to chop, how to use a knife for chopping food and cooking. She goes, I saw on the news about they've recently discovered, with the Major Elms recently discovered a new species of AI or artificial beings. And even so, an alternate world that is even more immenseful than our own.
He looks at you, he nods. He kind of gives you an approving look. A student who studies. You kind of swell up a little bit just from that. It's like he gave you like, yes, an informed individual, you know. He says,
he was like,
yes, it was something very big, and right after the election of a major representative as well. So, what was the name of the major representative? It escapes me at the moment. Fire I believe. But that aside, yes, there's been some details going around, but a world known as the data space has been discovered. It's quite interesting, actually. It seems that there are an entire species of creatures that the beings... One second.
No, fine.
What you eating?
Finish your dinner.
What you eating?
Describe the food.
No,
So-
he knows I don't like it when his blood sugar gets low.
I had a bowl of beans. Anyway, so
Damn.
What the
So, you he looks at you. 1 second. I gotta wash this down real quick. Hold
Tila adjusts her
Okay.
glasses proudly when he says that, like an informed individual.
He's like, ah, an informed
'Cause-
individual. That's good.
And she
Well,
adjusts her
you're not
glasses.
entirely wrong. There's an entire world out there, apparently known as data space. They've discovered a species of artificial being that has been actually it was discovered some time ago, but they've grown to naming it them ghosts, as they seem to be partially in our world and outside of it at the same time. But it's a lot more dire than that. Recently, there have been meetings for the major representatives and the minor representatives over and over. They're discussing whether or not these particular artificial beings should be given anonymity or citizenship within the CIP. And it's been a question that's been taking over quite so much. It's most unfortunate. Things that the representatives would normally take care of have not been dealt with, which is one of the reasons one of my missions had taken me up, and why Headmaster Orion was not here either today, or hasn't been for quite some time. Most unfortunate. I wanted to convene with him about a few things. I must ask, Miss Pond, are you quite set in whatever this journey you and your friends are going on? I believe you said you was something about Stanley. You were taking him somewhere.
Tila goes, there is a bounty for this robot to be returned alive and well. A very hefty fine. I'm trying to find out who is inquiring about this, but also there was something even more urgent on our journey here. And she goes up to G and gives him the kind of like the circle representing, like, she takes like two circles with her hands and kind of brings them together to kind of motion to G like that thing.
Just to clarify for me, what are you referring to?
The Eye of Pontifist, and the fact that someone went into that, because when he mentioned about a major elm or a major representative, the person that they encountered in that alternate reality in the Pontifist was the major elm or a major representative.
Mm-hmm. That's true. And G, he kind of like nods his head. He says, he looks over at Charlie, and he nods his head to you, like, why don't you tell him, kind of a thing. Like
Tila's like, I didn't want to intrude. She goes, I am just a mere student here. I just am trying to do the right thing and give Stanley the opportunity to be a good person, but not lost and defenseless. He has ways to go. He shows. And she goes, he has potential. He has ways to go, but with proper guidance and a good example, no matter what lies ahead of us when we take him back to whoever we're looking for, I believe he will be able to make the right decision when it comes to what he wants to do.
That's very good.
And then she goes, however, during our journey here, we ran into a very concerning issue in a black hole.
He looks over at G for a sec, glances at G, looks back at you. Perhaps this has something to do with the events at the Eye that I heard about?
Caleb was like, please rest assured, I ordered him to fly in there. It was, so if you have anyone to blame, it's me. If you want to blame anybody, it was me. She goes, we were trying to rescue we were trying to rescue Stanley. He floated in there.
Understandable. Oh dear. He looks down at the clock on the wall and says, oh, Miss Pond, I'd love to hear more of this. In fact, if you wish to give me a here. He gives you his contact info. You have the contact info of
Her
one of your
mouth is dropping right now, and she's like,
because you wish to speak with me again
like in her
on
mind.
this. He's like, let me know. I'd love to hear more of this. However, I need to get going. Me and it's like, G, when will you be ready? G stiffens a little bit because he doesn't know that you know. And he looks at. He says, I just need to say my goodbyes real quick, and I'll be ready. It's like, understandable. Well, to the two of you, have a nice day. It was a pleasure to meet you, Miss Pond. Yes.
Tila's like, Charlie, wait.
Yes.
And she's never like very sincere. She's like, the rep that got away. She goes, the one who ran away is in the eye.
His eyes widen a little bit. Really?
She goes, we barely escaped with our lives.
That's very, very concerning. Well then, thank you for the information, Miss Pond. I'm going to get going now. Again, thank you. It was a pleasure to meet you. G, you know where to meet me at. I'll see you then. And Charlie leaves. Now, G stands
Tila
there.
takes a quick step, and she's like, oh my gosh, he gave me his number. And she's quickly typing it in her cell phone.
G looks very uncomfortable. Real quick. So Mike went to find the rest of you guys, Zanar, Atlas, Mizu, and Skyora, to bring you to where to bring you guys together. Do you guys go with Mike because he's trying to get you guys back together because it is getting late in the day, and by now the ship has probably been refueled or set up.
Yeah.
Be good and follow the doggy.
Panda?
Be good and follow the doggy.
Panda probably should.
Woof woof.
Hey yo, not like that, not like that.
Okay. You there, Zanar? Yeah. Do you follow Mike? He's trying to bring everyone back together.
Are you there?
I hope I can give
He probably is. I think we'll say Zanar follows for now. Oh, there goes Mizu.
Oh man.
Everyone's dropping like flies.
If Tila gets to see Aegis on the way out, she's definitely gonna be like a what do you call it? Like high school friend, buddy, old pals, like sorority. Because technically, if Aegis likes to meditate at the meditation garden, so does Tila. So they probably like sat next to each other during meditative things. She would definitely give him a huge hug if she saw him.
Oh.
Okay.
She loves dogs.
I'll have you guys meet. You guys can meet after you guys make your way back. As you guys are making your way out of school, it sounds perfectly fine. But until then, you group do reconvene in the teachers' lounge. Skyora, Mizu, Zanar, Atlas, you're all there. Do you, but G right, you guys enter right as G is just looking very uncomfortable while Tila is kind of fangirling. But G is kind of like scratching the back of his head. He sits down in one of the chairs for a bit, not looking at anybody in the eye.
Tila, she finishes putting the number in her phone. She goes over and gives Mike a huge hug, and she's like, "You're not gonna believe this." She's like, she goes, "Master Charlie gave me his number in case in case anything happens and I can call him."
He gave you his number.
She's like, "Sweetie, he is my role model." She goes, "He's the reason why I became a Jedi in the first place, or a Gravity Knight in the first place."
Yeah, no, of course. That's perfectly fine. That doesn't bother me in the slightest.
That's one jealous dog.
Giving you his phone number.
Correction. That's one jealous Fido.
That's fine. Yeah. Makes sense, contact and information.
Yeah, she goes over and she sees G, and she's like, just one moment. And she's like, G, everything all right?
He keeps his head is still down, and he's like, I mean, I think you already know now. Didn't want to.
Tila kind of holds a second, and she says like, think already know, and she goes, yes, I know, but I don't see why you're sad about it.
You're not upset with me?
She's like,
Oh, what?
she's like, gee, that she goes, I understand. She goes, I'm not gonna hold you back. Yes, I'm a little bit concerned now, but then she just came up with the epiphany, and she's like, my boyfriend will drive the ship in your absence. Don't worry.
Mike goes rigid. His tail stops wagging. His eyes open a little bit wider, but he doesn't say anything, but he just kind of stands there.
Man, stop.
G looks at Mike and he says, I mean, I guess hey, that's a great suggestion, although it'll technically be up to Emmett. It is his ship,
She goes, look, she's like, don't worry about us being upset. She's like, you do what makes you happy.
Mizu, you asked about what's going on. G for Tila. Does anyone and I assume Skyora is kind of curious as well as to what G seems so upset about, what Tila's even talking about right now.
She is kind of curious, but is also still kind of having a lot of mixed emotions right now, so she's like unresponsive.
How does Zanar feel about this, Panda? About whatever this... Zanar actually knows what this is about, because he heard the argument between G and Emmett that they had back on the ship. So, Panda might not be here. Hold on. You there, Panda?
Get up and smack.
Panda.
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 Get up.
Papa Bear, you there?
Panda.
Yeah, he's asleep.
Father.
He's either asleep or lagging. Either way, I'll tell him what happened this Wednesday. But Skyra and Mizu are looking very confused right now, Tila. They don't know what's going on.
Tila's like, oh, right. She's like, gee, I'm sorry. Do you want me to tell them, or would you like to?
You might as well tell them. You might as well tell them. I don't care.
Tila puts her hand on his shoulder and gives him a little pat, and she goes, Mizu, G's accepting a new assignment. He will not be he won't be riding with us. This is his stop. He's going on he's taking another job.
Aw.
A better one, she
That's
says.
fine.
I might add.
No more flag?
He felt Tila looks at Stanley and goes, am I not your frog?
But we always had 2 frogs on ship. Oh, we're only gonna have one now.
She goes, that means more hugs for me.
Damn.
He kind of looks. He doesn't look mollified from this. He just kind of looks like Stanley just kind of looks over at G, and looks over, and he's like, he mutters. The little robot mutters under his voice. Sorry for saying you're not fun. And suddenly, he rushes out of your grip, Mizu, and goes over and hugs G. G's a little bit taken back, like, oh, and
Dude, I was already planning on doing that.
and Stanley's
Already
going.
planning on hugging it.
We got the
I want
group
to join the
hug.
hug too.
We doing the group hug?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you hear Stanley. Like he doesn't have tears, but he sounds like he's crying. And he goes, "You're not leaving because we
It's
say
kinda
you
like a
weren't
creak.
fun. We'll play all your games. We won't say you're not fun again." He's sobbing into G's chest, and G.
I would say it's
Just-
more like you know when metal creaks.
Yeah, kind of like a
It
creaking
shakes.
metal sound is what his crying sounds like, and he's rattling a little bit. Yeah, he's
Oh, my
like,
You know, like a condensation. That's what I'm thinking. Instead
Kinda.
of tears, it's condensation.
yeah, his condensation on a glass and whatnot. Yeah, he's kind of like there's condensation forming around his eyes. But yeah, he's hugging. G gives him a hug. It's like, hey, it's okay, buddy. It's not because you're leaving. Because of you that I'm leaving. I've got something I gotta do. All right, buddy. You know. And besides, hey, this means you can show everybody the games I showed you. How about that? All right, bud. And
Aw.
Stanley just goes quiet, continues hugging him. But yeah, G looks at the rest of you guys and says, yeah, I'm sorry I couldn't, keep up with the whole mission and whatnot. I would have liked to. You guys should be able to take care of Stanley, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be able to. Also, Fuck, don't tell anyone what happened between Atlas and I.
What?
He kind of gets a far off look in his eyes. It's like, if you thought I was ever gonna say that, they'd have to kill me before I brought any of that up in conversation.
Oh Lord.
She puts a thumbs up.
Say, the
Okay.
secret is safe with me. I will bring it to my grave.
Okay. I'm not gonna ask then.
But yeah, he looks at these. He says, I guess this is kind of final words and whatnot. I will say, me and Emmett may have said some hurtful things before I kind of stormed off. You guys, you guys will tell him I'm
You're
sorry,
gonna
right?
have to fix that up, right?
He
No,
looks
you're
at
gonna have to
you.
say it yourself.
You say that, but
I'm sorry, but you're gonna have to talk. You're gonna have to talk to him yourself, because if I say something, he's probably still gonna be upset. It would have to
But-
come from you.
he looks at you for a second. He wants to argue, but he knows you're right. He just okay.
One brother to another.
Yeah.
I'll be behind you. Don't worry.
All right. Sounds good. I'll
I'll
go with you
not
guys to the
upset
ship.
with you or anything.
You're not?
I want to say no. Why would I be upset with you? It's your decision, and I support you on that. But
What
if
I've
you
learned-
die, I will find your grave. You know what? I'm not gonna say it.
His eyes begin to widen.
If you
His
die, I
pupils
will
shrink a
find
little
you and kill you.
bit. It's like,
Is that what it's gonna be? If you die, I will find you and I will kill you.
he gulps.
He's
He's like,
Oh,
yes, ma'am.
it's a good.
But Skyra goes.
Good to
Well,
hear.
I'm not quite upset either because within my lifespan, I learned that humans and I guess people who aren't elms in general, they have quite a shorter lifespan, and it's better if you live out your life rather than regret your choices.
he nods and thanks.
It's
And understanding. Yeah. With that, he says, I'll go with you guys back to the ship and I'll talk to Emmett. Before I
Okay.
head off.
Make up
And-
with Emmett. Don't make out. Make
Can I
out.
get a hug before you go?
Absolutely.
Your first and
course.
last hug from me, I guess.
It's funny. Yeah, I never thought about that. I'm not much of a hugger. But yeah, you guys can hug him if you want. Group hug. It's up to you.
Aw. I'm gonna hug him. I'm also gonna pet Stanley. My poor baby.
Hila's gonna
Stanley's-
wait because she has one last thing to give to Frog before they depart.
Just to keep in mind, this isn't like full goodbye just yet. You guys will have a chance to say another
Yes.
goodbye when you guys get back to the ship. But yeah, go ahead. What do you want to give to him?
Oh my gosh.
She's going to give him what is it? She's going to give him a piece of paper with her contact information. And she's going to be like, from one frog to another, no matter where we are, if you get in trouble, I got you.
He takes the paper. He's like, "Oh, thank you. I already have all your numbers, but thank you."
He goes, how did you get my number? Did Mike give it to you?
Excuse me?
Takes, as you say, how did you get our numbers or whatever? He frantically looks between all of you, stuffs the letter in his pocket. Oh man, I should really say goodbye to Emmett. We got to get going. He stands up. He starts walking to the door. With that, we're gonna end tonight's session.
Skyr does not have a
How
phone.
did he get our numbers?
What
with that
mysterious
Must
being
have
he is.
accessed to the phone.
Thank you everybody for listening to tonight's session of Space Dice. A lot has happened. Some tears were shed. We're saying goodbye to one of the NPCs who has been here since the beginning. But hey, hopefully this won't be the last we see of him. So, with that, I hope you all enjoyed tonight's session. I know the description of the streams has been empty. That is because the Space Dice files are being updated to version 3.0 still. There's a couple things are not quite done yet, but those will be updated soon enough so you guys will be able to do stuff like that. But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed. If you want regular announcements for these streams, I do announce them on the GAC server. There's more advertisements, blah, blah, blah. You know how it is. Like, subscribe, sponsored by NordVPN. You know how it is. But we got...
What's
thank
up?
you
You didn't let me say it. You didn't
for
let me say it.
having
This video is
Rose
sponsored by Raid
Heart,
Shadow
we're having
Legends.
we're having Rose Heart, Les Mod, Panda Man, Blackie Sheepy, and special guests Ink on Toast and Zeppelin X. So
Also
Solid.
subscribe. Give me your
You
money. I do
didn't say
commissions.
Don't-
I animate.
don't
Hugs
judge.
for
ages, hugs for ages, yay!
Let's go.
Oh yeah,
He
we'll
doesn't
need
deserve any
Zeppelin.
hugs.
We're gonna
Don't
need
give him anything.
Zeppelin and Toxkin. If you guys, I don't know about Toxkin, but Zeppelin, I promised you a goodbye for later on. If you guys can actually, that's something you guys can
Yes,
roleplay if you want.
yes.
So roleplay that when you're ready. There are roleplay
Because
channels. But before we
he
end the
is
stream,
a Death Elm doggo.
yes, before we end the stream, little special info for anybody who liked Ink on Toast and Zeppelin in these particular sessions. I'm going to let you know right here and right now that we do plan on having them both come back for, I believe, season 5 of Space Dice, where they will be featuring in a campaign named Skyfall Academy. So if you liked them, they'll be coming back. And Ink on Toast will be returning for the Phoenix Project, season 4.